Well, this next story is just amazing. Siphiwe Baleka is a 49-year-old former truck driver turned swimmer who's heading to Tokyo this summer to compete for gold, and he is joining us now.
What?
Siphiwe!
Siphiwe!
Thanks for joining us, man. So, before you became a trucker, you were already a celebrated swimmer at Yale. Excuse me. You even tried out for the Olympics before, so talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I was a competitive swimmer since I was 8 years old. State champion when I was 10. Ended up swimming at Yale University. Was the first African American on the all Ivy League swim team. And in 1992, I missed the Olympic trials by 0.8 of a second.
What?
That pretty much ended my swimming career.
I mean, 0.8 of a second. Wow. as a competitive swimmer. At that point, you were just like, I'm done. I'm out. I'm finished.
When it didn't happen, I was crushed. I didn't know what to do with myself, and I didn't want to swim anymore. You know, I studied philosophy at Yale, and I wanted to live, you know, see the world and live life. And I just traveled from place to place and found good people to work with, volunteered, and did whatever I could.
That's pretty fascinating. How did the trucking business come into your life?
I was burnt out and tired of working in the nonprofit world, and I came back to the United States, and a friend of mine said, hey, you should drive a truck. You know, it suits your nomadic lifestyle. You can make money, figure out what you want to do next. So I got into trucking by default. It's one of, if not the most unhealthy occupation in America. I mean, you're living in a box. You don't have access to a kitchen. You have food shortages. You don't have access to gyms. You're disrupting your circadian rhythms, and truck drivers have the highest rate of obesity, so it's extremely challenging to stay healthy. I had gained 10% of my body weight in the first 2 months of my driving career.
Whoa.
And I got scared. I realized if I didn't take responsibility for my health and wellness while I was on the road, so I started working out and figuring out what works, what doesn't work on the road. And once I figured out how to do this, it worked so well, I got the idea that I could help other truck drivers. And so it just involves moving with maximum intensity for a minimum of 4 minutes. One day I just had this idea. I wonder how fast I could swim. I had been retired from swimming for 18 years. So I entered a competition and shocked at how fast I could still swim. And that's where I started to get the competitive juices again.
Now, tell us what happened with you at a swim event and you and a flag, and how all of the things kind of seemed to start working together to you now competing in the Olympics.
In 2019, there was an international master swimming championship in Cairo, Egypt. I went and I won 6 gold medals, but by this time I had taken a DNA test. I had found out that my ancestors were the Balanta people that live in Guinea Bissau. And I wanted to honor my ancestors and represent them. So on the podium, I was holding this flag that you see behind me. It's a flag of Guinea Bissau, but I wrote Balanta on it just to signal to the Balanta people that one of their lost sons, you know, had won. You know, I want to help put Guinea Bissau on the map for swimming. They don't even have a team. I'll be there first. And I'll also be the oldest swimmer in Olympic history.
That's awesome, man.
That's incredible. What does your wife think of all of this? Is she like, okay, hold on. Now, 2 months ago, you said you was gonna get back in the pool. Now you're gonna go to Tokyo and swim in the Olympics?
My wife, she's not really into sports. And when we met back in 2016, you know, she knew I was a former swimmer. So for her, it's just like, I mean, this is what I do. My sons are 9 and 6. They don't really understand the Olympics either. So at home, it's not that big a deal. It's like this thing Dad does. He gets up, he goes swimming in the morning, he goes to these races, he's good. But, you know, they're not all that interested. It's my father who this means the most to.
Well, I bet he's real proud of you, and I got a lot of respect for swimmers. I've done some triathlons, and let me tell you, the swimming, they always put it first because it's the toughest.
No.
Oof, it is the toughest, man.
I'll be there with the flag. Go, Mario!
Yeah.
Go!
No, it is tough, boy. Woo, I'll tell you what, especially in those currents. Well, congratulations, man.
man.
And good luck to you. All right, we'll be cheering you on.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Exactly. Up next, cracked lips, thinning eyebrows, dark circles, where Dr. Mona Van breaks down what it could all mean for your health.
Live. looking at your face,